All right. Are you ready to start?
Bring it on.
I am ready to start.
All right.
Are we
so
doing?
we're getting out of Summit. We're going to do Bring a Trailer first. We have
Yeehaw.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 8,
5
10,
each should be
12.
15.
That's against the rules.
We have 16.
Who did an extra one? I said alternates.
Yep. And you had one that crossed over. So then I went to your alternates. And I liked both of the alternates. So I kept them.
All right, Mr. Executive Decision.
So deal with it.
All right, let's stop looking
I'm just
at
going to call
air
you
filters.
HW.
All right. So we're going to start.
With a Soren
1983
special.
Citroen 2CV6 Special, which I picked because I like 2CVs.
That should say Soren Special.
Yeah.
I don't like that color. I would like an older one better, but I like those. I think they're stupid
Why would you like an older one better?
because it's even more lame.
How so?
More primitive. More, I think they got a little bit more advanced over time just because of regulations.
You know, speaking of big blocks and side pipes, this has side pipes. Well, at least it runs down the side of the car.
It goes right out the back.
Yeah, but it's the muffler's down the side.
Okay, so it's got actual seats and seat belts.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Okay.
I want the like folding picnic seats. But I like these, so I picked it because I like them. I like the simplicity, and I like the
It's sold for $25,000.
erasing the badness is what that's doing.
What would you pay for a bad car?
I don't have one of those, Bear, because they're all too much for me to want to buy.
Does it have a carburetor or is it fuel injected?
A Citroen 2CV
carbureted.
fuel.
That looks like a carb.
It does look like a carburetor. Yeah, that's a carburetor. Okay. I mean, to me, it looks a lot like an old one, except for the seats and the seat belts.
Yeah. And the steering wheel, maybe. Ooh, it's even rotted out.
I would prefer an older one. Preferably like the maroon and black variant. I think that's the best
Really?
look for them.
I hate those.
Well,
I like the red.
I'm not asking you to have it. I feel like that's got to be easy to work on. It's kind of a combination of a lawnmower and a shed.
It might be easy to work on. Is it easy to get parts for?
Well, they made them for approximately 70 years.
Right? Are they pretty much the same all 70 years?
I think there's a lot of
Hey, there's the parking brake.
things that are the same. I don't know if they're easy to get parts for or not, but I feel like they should be relatively easy.
Yeah.
It's weird because they're not really the same as each other.
I don't
Yeah,
see
they
a
are.
part number.
They're cut around to fit around the tire.
Okay. Well,
It's shiny.
it is shiny.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty nice example. So then maybe that's why it went for
What's
so
a
much.
6 mean? Weren't those just two CVs?
I don't know. Sorry.
I don't know either, although I'm assuming that might be a series
Is it a 6-seater?
or a revision.
I'm going to guess it was 2 CV, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like the newer ones are higher numbers.
So it's
Maybe.
a series.
Sure.
Because
But you're the expert. You should know
I'm not
these
the
things.
expert. I just kind of like those.
You picked it, man.
Yeah.
I did pick it. That doesn't make me an expert. There's a lot of things I've picked that I'm not an expert on.
Okay. $25,000.
I would have it, but not for that price.
I don't want anything to do with it.
Nope. Me either. Next.
Ooh. Now we're talking, Soren.
I didn't pick this.
87 Toyota Corolla Sport SR5 with a 4AGE 20 valve swap.
So I'm gonna
And it's a
go
notchback.
Yep.
slightly off course here for a second and ask, even though I'm supposed to be the Toyota fanboy in this group,
Yeah.
what the hell does SR5 mean? Because my truck is an SR5,
It's a trim package.
Sport Racing 5.
5 being the number of gears that it has.
No. Level 5.
I think you're making that up.
I might be. I have no idea. I think SR5 is not the highest trim level.
Well, so mine is both an SR5 and a TRD.
Yeah. But yours isn't the highest trim level TRD. So like this, the highest trim level I think is a GTS. So this is a Corolla SR5, which is below a GTS, but the GTS had the regular 4AGE, I believe,
I have no idea.
with the 16 valve, and this has a newer 20 valve.
Apparently, it stands for Sport Rally 5-speed
Oh, okay.
and is a trim level on Toyota vehicles.
There you go.
It was introduced in 1970, and while they no longer have a 5-speed manual transmission, the name has remained.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like BMW 325i. They still use the I,
Even though that is no longer relevant,
even though it's right. It's
because
just a
they're
given.
all eyes.
They're all eyes.
I don't think
Or-
they even have a 325 anymore.
I don't know.
Okay, back to that thing. No.
No, always like these.
Don't like the wheels.
I prefer the hatchback,
It's blue on blue.
but I don't dislike the notchback.
I like the notchback. I think,
I like the blue.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
like the work wheels. I like the 20 valve swap.
The wheels, the stance, the engine, I think hopefully has some sort of good intake on it.
I don't dislike the
It
paint
does.
color. I do dislike the interior.
I like the shifter boot.
It's got some Willwood brake,
Just made out of squares.
Rubber. Diamonds, certainly.
four
Or
link
diamonds,
kit.
pyramids.
Got those fancy BC racing coilovers.
The best coilovers known to mankind.
What's with that roll bar-y thing?
It's got a blue Cusco roll cage,
Is that bolt-in, you think?
Oh yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Because
it's JDM.
I've never seen... appears to be anodized. Or something.
It's got a nice nerdy steering wheel.
It's not terrible. It's got a custom battery hold down.
Sure. There's your air intake pair.
I like it. I approve.
It's got ITBs with a big foam filter on it.
It's the only way to have it.
It's got a peppercrust filter on it.
I wonder where he got that from.
Peppergrass, one would assume.
Do we have a healthy driving video?
Nope.
Well, it sure looks good.
I like it.
Look at all
Uh,
that cambers.
Tires are a little stretched, a little too much camber, maybe.
You know what? It could use an oil cooler outside of the bumper
Nope.
with some oil lines running to it.
Nope.
Maybe a couple more stickers.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Really nice pictures.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
nice. High-tech locks. Looks like a vending machine.
Yeah. What's that about, Soren?
What?
Are those locks high tech?
Well, they're the
Maybe that was part of the
cylinder
SR5.
locks. I think those are reasonably difficult to pick.
Okay. I feel like maybe people pick locks. I don't know.
I think there's less of that than there used to be because that would require people having any interest in doing anything,
I think you just break the window out.
or you just don't
Probably just
break into cars because that's a lot like work.
Willwood brakes.
Yeah. On the rear.
Drift machine.
And instead, you just try and trick old people out of their retirement.
No, they just bleepity bloop doors open now.
Just needs some good seats on
What-
the inside, I think.
What does bleepity bloop mean in this particular case?
Typing bleepity bloop.
More like bleep
Oh.
bloop. Bleep bloop bleep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't think I own anything you can bleepity bloop the doors open on.
Well, new cars.
I definitely don't. So that sold for 20.
Whoa, 20
$5,000
grand. How'd I miss that?
$5,000 cheaper than a Citroen 2CV.
I'm a no.
I mean, definitely yes.
I'm
on
bargain. I'm bargain hunting now. That's a great car, especially for less than a 2CV.
that. Yeah.
But it lacks soul.
No, it
Well,
does not.
Got lots of soul.
I bet you start that thing up and drive it somewhere, you're gonna feel very soulful.
Yeah, they probably
I
should have put
am
a driving video in there.
flatly uninterested in that.
I'm a yes.
I'm a yes.
I'm a no.
All right, one of mine, a 1973 Porsche 914 with a Subaru power plant with a turbocharger on it.
So a 914 was a 4-cylinder that's fairly uninteresting, right?
Yeah, and this one's got the 914 six flares. It's got some really nice
Uh,
Fuke-esque wheels.
916 flares.
916 flares.
What Subaru engine is in it?
I'm not sure.
2-liter?
So STI engine?
It doesn't say.
An
It doesn't
EJ
say.
something or other?
So like 95% of Subaru engines are 2 liters.
The inside's pretty nice.
I know.
It's nice.
It's
Yeah.
black, tan interior. It's got a really nice steering wheel.
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
And this one's only 5,000 more, although it didn't sell. Bid to 30,000.
I'm struggling to find anything about that to complain about.
Oh, does not have does not have a title.
Well, there's that.
It's registered in a state that does not issue titles for old cars.
There you go. Well,
So you take your bill of sale to a car dealership and have them do the thing, get a title?
yeah. I think there were driving videos.
I think that looks really good.
I like the wheels.
Yeah.
It does. It makes 914s generally don't look good to me. And
Flares change that.
that does look good.
And I bet that sounds pretty good.
Looks jaunty.
Yeah, those flares make a big difference.
I'd have it.
Oh, we got one with Soren?
I can't find anything not good about
Well, I mean, it's got a Subaru engine.
Yeah, it's true.
How
Super
bad
engine.
could it be?
it. Pretty bad.
See
I
what the
think he had,
test drive looks like.
yeah. One of my cars had a low boost drive and one of them had a high boost drive.
I feel like that's probably a
High
pretty light
boost
car.
drive?
Yeah,
Probably-
not sure which car it was. Though.
Probably a lot lighter than whatever Subaru they took that engine out of.
Oh, yeah. Steering wheel is tiny.
I think that whole car is tiny.
It is.
Be nice if you'd get in it a little bit more.
Say it again.
Be nice if he'd get in it a little bit more.
Oh, he's about to.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that sounds to me like he's at like 32 to 3,500. Sounds good on the outside.
You know, that would drive by me, and I would question what just drove past me.
Yep.
Because it doesn't look like it should sound, and doesn't sound like it should look.
I like it.
I like it.
I mean, yes.
I think I'd rather have a flat six.
Yeah, well,
Well, for 30 grand, you're not going to have.
I even like those wheels.
I don't
on
know.
it.
Are you sure about that?
Pretty sure.
We'll have to look one of these days. Maybe 30 grand. I'm a no.
Oh, God.
Well, I was just looking at one on Facebook Marketplace. It was this car with these flares,
With a small block Chevy in it.
no engine, no transaxle for $2,200. Obviously, not anywhere near this nice.
Right.
You've got a lot of work to do, but
Yeah.
Well, okay, but look at the alumni on it. See how much it went for last time.
You can see alumni.
It's the green thing that says alumni.
Go down. It don't tell you on that page.
44,000.
I don't know if I'd have it at 44. I'd have it at 30
Yeah, that was a lot.
because I think it's good looking.
I agree. It's got the shiny roof and the shiny pillars, and I think
I
they
feel
just
like-
did a really nice job.
Sure.
I feel like that'd be a lot of fun on Riverside.
Okay.
Next.
Next. Speaking of Subarus,
This is me, original owner, 2016 Subaru WRX STI Series Hyper Blue.
what's that mean?
I don't know.
I like
That-
the color.
Is a very Laguna Seca blue looking blue to me.
Yeah,
which I don't normally like.
but it's a Subaru, so you like it?
I would like that better in a different blue, but I felt obliged because I do like those too, and I think it looks good with black wheels. I didn't look at the interior, so I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, I like those.
Well, it's a bargain. You could buy a whole Subaru for $4,000 less than my Porsche was bid to.
Yeah, that's not the greatest interior they put in those.
Does that have automatic seatbelts?
No.
In 2016,
Yeah, it looked like the seatbelt was on.
but I think I'd have it.
I think I'm a no.
If I'm buying an STI, it's not going to be that.
Yeah.
It's going to be an 05, 06.
It's gonna be the good one, the hatchback.
Yeah,
I
that's
do like the hatchback better. I don't know what they were thinking doing away with the hatchback.
Yeah. It's definitely better, right?
Soren
I
is
think
not
we
even
I think we
picking it.
all agree that the hatchback is the best one.
No, you're wrong.
But I would still, I think that's a good deal at that price.
Okay.
Oh, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, that's probably way below what it should have sold for.
All right. So I'm a no.
I'm a yes.
I'm knowing it.
You're knowing it.
No,
Next.
someone's got some
Now
explaining to do.
for associations with me. um,
The Larch.
I think these cars are really cool.
What?
The 58 Pontiac Bonneville.
Convertible, which is fuel injected.
Well, and then this one is a convertible with fuel injection, which I think is also
There's a lot of this out there.
really cool. It was bid to 82.5.
And did not sell.
These cars typically go for a lot of money. Yeah.
Why?
Well, when was the last time you saw one?
Well, right now.
That in of itself isn't necessarily a compelling argument.
They are obviously big.
Very huge looking from this angle, at least.
1958 GM, so there's lots of stuff
Chrome.
going on there. Pontiac had a lot of trim levels. At 58, Bonneville was the highest.
I like the hooded one
I kind of like the.
from anywhere except for head on.
The hood, cool.
I kind of like the giant red arrow down the side,
Red Rock. It looks
or whatever
like
that is.
a lightsaber.
I think red rocket's probably not the right way to describe that, even if it is a rocket, which is red.
Hey, you said it.
Could be a jet.
It looks arrowish to me, but
Influenced by jets and need more jets.
it's for a style which I don't broadly like. I do think that's pretty good looking.
Where's the fuel filler on this? Is it working?
It can't be under the license plate.
There's
Not on the back.
Yeah.
Some crazy fuel.
Maybe you like pull out one of the taillights. Maybe it's under one of those rocket silver things.
We just kind of tail it. They've got jets on the thunder.
Yeah.
Which is strange because jets totally did not look like that then.
You know, it's not. It doesn't have models of current jets on the car.
It's a very stealth bomber look. Are those lights or is that
Yeah, I really didn't like this car when you first brought it up, but the more we look at it, I like it.
kind of feel like
Those are just mirrors, but they're spotlights and mirrors.
Spotlight mirrors.
kind of feel like I would never pay for that. But if I inherited it or something, I would like it a lot. Yeah, so you can adjust your spotlight maybe?
Spotlight.
Or then that's also going to move your mirror. So maybe it's also a mirror adjuster.
Yeah, they had some cool stuff going on.
They kind of just went all out on all of it. It's definitely got all the stuff.
I wonder how many pounds of chrome are in that.
There's a bad dashboard. Through the back of the seat.
Yeah,
Is that a grab handle in the middle of the dash?
looks like it.
That's kind of cool. Like connecting to what is that?
Is that an ashtray?
No, I think that is.
Record player?
No, I think this adjusts turns your brights on and off automatically based on cars coming at you.
Ah,
So it's a light sensor.
It's a primitive
Huh.
photoelectric thing.
Our windows.
Can't remember what they call it, but yeah.
It's funny because that is now a like millimeter square sensor.
I think that's what that is. It's got a little adjustment knob on it.
Yeah.
That dashboard is made out of adjustment knobs.
I like that one on all the way to the left.
Whatever that does.
That little twisty thing.
Yeah.
And then there's the little thing below it that has like 3 buttons. A blue
Oh,
one
you
and
know
a
what?
red
I
one.
bet that's the mirror adjuster.
Off, MPH.
That's the
It's the
safeguard.
safeguard.
What is that?
That's a safeguard.
What does it do?
I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe you can set it so that you can't go faster than a certain speed, so you don't have to like
I think so.
worry about getting tickets.
Or maybe
I
it was
guess.
cruise control.
Oh.
Oh, is that the
That's
removable
awesome.
radio?
Yeah.
That's the like take it to the beach radio.
Yeah. You take that out and it's portable.
That could be one of the coolest dashboards.
It's a pretty cool dashboard.
It is a pretty cool dashboard. I mean, I don't know really what half that stuff does, but
Well, half of it's air vents.
wait, go back.
It's a food tray.
No, not that. One more. That? Oh, that's the back of the seat.
That's the back of
Yeah.
the seat.
Is that made out of metal?
I hope so.
So that
That,
when you slam on the brakes, your kids can knock their teeth out?
that's when kids used to kick the back of seats. They just get stubbed toes instead of ruining your
I
leather.
love those door handles. That's badass.
That whole door panel is
And the
awesome.
chrome fabric.
I just like that you get like this metal covered leather looking bolster handle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really totally my style, but it's got style everywhere.
Yeah. They kind of went over the top on these cars. And then the other thing I think is kind of neat on these is the fuel injection. So it has the Rochester fuel injection, similar to what was on Corvette or 57 Chevy,
I know nothing about that.
but on a Pontiac engine.
Is the Rochester fuel injection in any way related to the Rockwell turbo encabulator?
It's not related to the turbo encabulator.
What is that cap with a nut on it at the front of the engine?
Battery?
This
Yeah.
Oh,
power
power
steering.
steering fluid.
Oh, God, that's huge.
See, it says right on the top there.
Power brakes?
I think this has power everything.
Yes.
It's got a power jam jar.
It says automatic windshield washer.
Maybe that's what that little box was on the windshield.
Looking for
A
rain?
bug sensor.
Anyway,
I like it.
That's really nice.
I think that's a really cool car. That's a really nice example of one.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay that for it, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'm a no in terms of buying, but if I just ended up with one somehow, I would keep it and take it out on special occasions and be like, this thing is shiny. I spend a lot of money on chrome polish. And it's a good color combination.
It's cool.
Safeguard speedometer unit, removable sportable AM radio. Yeah, electronic eye, that's what they call it.
Ah,
So the automatic headlight dimmer. Okay, I mean, yes, I think at 82.5 because it's probably worth more than that.
Yeah, well, I didn't go for that.
No, but they don't always sell for what they're worth, and sometimes they go for way more than
Yeah.
most people would pay for them. All right.
Next.
Similar year.
So this is a 1960 356B coupe with a 911 engine and a 5-speed in it.
Well,
In a Smurf blue.
Bid to 80,000.
I feel as though
Similar price bid.
a 911 engine has to be an improvement over what came in it because it was basically a Volkswagen, right?
Also a no sale.
Yeah. It's outlawed a little bit.
What do you mean?
It's kind of, it's not like it doesn't have any bumpers. It's lowered.
Oh.
It's got cool wheels on it.
It's a style they did on those cars.
I feel as though that you can find much better looking examples of those.
That was at Primary Hall Performance.
Oh yeah. Huh. Looks like it sold last time for $132,000. Yikes.
Wow.
Seems kind of high.
If that blue were just a little bit better.
I like that blue. I think this car's well done.
Sure looks like it.
No heat, but well done.
You can drive that in the winter.
No. But you might drive it on a night like tonight.
Oh, then just don't roll the windows down. You'd be
Warm
fine.
enough.
Wear a jacket.
Man up.
It's got driving videos.
Does it?
Yep.
Driving and shifting.
Those two go together.
I like those wheels.
It looks a lot shinier here.
Well, it's shiny. Ooh, shifts. Oh, it's a long throw.
It's a long throw.
It's a long
Need to get out of your seat to put it in third. Good God.
It does not sound right.
Is that like 1,200 RPM?
Yeah, I think a 2.2 needs to be kind of way higher than that.
It's got no wipers. Maybe that's all they do.
It's not meant for driving in the rain, Bear.
Yeah.
You take that out on a warm, sunny day. Otherwise, it stays inside.
Can we at least get some RPM out of this thing or what? He's shifting it like he's on fire.
Yeah, we're not getting any RPM out of it.
Alright. Well,
That's a weird driving video.
that was almost terrible.
I'm going to go with no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with neat idea. I think it'd be cool to have one of those with some sort of flat six in it. But
Well, I like it. I think 80 grand would be a decent number. I don't like it for what it sold last time. And it's not that pizzazzed up to be worth $1 million. And it's not an early one.
And something would have to be done about that shifter.
Yeah, that shifter is bad.
I mean, the shifter in my truck isn't that long of a throw.
I mean, I assume that's like a 901 or a 915 gearbox.
I'm wondering if the way it's installed, they don't have room to get the pivot higher to increase the leverage.
What's that? Pretty good bidding war. On solo bid on it. Look at that.
Next.
What were you, Bear? You're a yes?
Yes.
Soren's a no?
If that were a lot cheaper, it's not a bad thing. I just think it's not done well enough to warrant what they're asking for it.
Okay. I guess I'm a yes at 80.
I think 80 is a good number.
Yeah.
Next.
Here we go.
I did this 1963 Chevrolet Corvette convertible 327 340 4-speed. You know why I picked this pair, don't you? You're going to say because
I
it's
do.
green convertible and because the numbers are good. It's got more horsepowers than cubic inches.
Yep.
And you're right.
Yeah.
It's a C2. I like
Yeah.
it. There you go.
This was the first one so far of my Soren's going to pick this list.
I
That's
don't
pretty funny.
particularly like those wheels,
The wheels are bad. Are they Halibrands?
No.
but look, it
those are
sold for
steel.
30 grand.
Oh, wow.
30
Yeah.
grand seems like a good number.
I'd pay 30 grand for that and put better wheels on it, and it might need some shit. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good starting point.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
all you got to do is paint all that black, and then that's freshly rebuilt, and then put a tan interior in it, and sounds like a dream car for you.
Well, and so no, I don't. You're right. I don't like the interior, but I think that car doesn't have very much interior, and having a custom interior made or making a custom interior just wouldn't be that much work.
No. So it looks like someone just prettied the outside of this thing up,
yeah.
and the underside is just,
It's a little
gone.
crusty. It's 60 years old.
yeah, but rust on those it's kind of a big deal, supposedly. There's something called a bird cage.
Uh-huh.
Not sure exactly where or what it is, but
It's basically the structure that's holding all the fiberglass together.
yeah, if those are rusty, then it's
And I
not good.
think they are in,
Because I think some of it's like encapsulated
Yeah.
into the fiberglass.
some of it's encapsulated with fiberglass, so it's a lot of work to fix it.
Which, 30 grand, that would be a fun driver. It doesn't look like it's, falling apart.
No.
Yeah.
You could just clean it up and spray it with some
Rust reformer, navel jelly,
something.
and I would have to change the wheels.
Are there side pipes?
No,
No.
side pipes.
I don't like side pipes the way you like side pipes, Gray. I don't feel like that's a attribute to be sought.
That would be a fun.
You'd have to put side pipes on it
Yeah, you'd have to
Why?
put side pipes,
because
and
I
you'd have
don't
to
think
put.
they add visually to the appearance.
They look better than those fake wannabe side pipe looking things.
I think those are just rocker panels.
Yeah,
Which
that are
are-
styled after some of their side pipes.
If they're
Yeah.
just so
wheels, tires, side pipes.
Yeah,
What?
that's like what day 2 mods.
Sure.
I don't think it's getting side pipes.
Yep, sure is.
I think
Well,
I'm gonna.
if you ever drive it here, it's getting side
Yep.
pipes.
I'm gonna. I think on where that aluminum is, I'm gonna have vinyl made that says "side pipes are for bitches."
We will lock you in the garage and install side pipes on your Corvette.
Are you gonna lock me in the garage with provisions? Because that's not going to be a fast process.
Yeah,
They just bolt on.
You drill any holes in my car to do it, and there's going to be help.
we just need a
Just
sawzall,
A couple Sawzall blades.
Yep.
Sawzall.
a drill.
Yeah.
I like that pretty much as it is.
Impact gun.
Different wheels, maybe change the interior. I'm a yes.
I mean, yes, especially at that price.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a fun car to drive. Ooh,
It says checking for last second bids.
this was almost on my list.
What color is that?
That is
A 93
Daytona
M5.
Violet.
Aubergine.
It's not
Aubergine?
Techno Violet. Daytona Violet. Huh.
Daytona Violet Metallic 93 M5 Touring.
On the surface of it, I like that.
I love throwing star wheels.
Are those throwing star wheels?
Yes.
Yeah. I love Techno Violet and Daytona Violet.
I really like E34 Tourings.
It's got some character that you would lose in later cars, I think.
Yeah, they did a good job of a touring on that.
Yep.
Because the E36s looked, I think, a little shabby.
The interior is unoffensive, but not awesome.
Interior's pretty good.
It's good for one of those, yeah.
How much?
Actually, that's not too
Sold for $54,500.
Wow. Is that the most expensive sold for car yet? Did the
That's too much for that for me.
Pontiac didn't sell?
That's too much.
For that for me. Yeah. It's cool, but I don't think I'd want to spend that much on it.
I'd say that's probably worth that here.
Yeah. I mean, they only built 900 of them total in the world.
And it's not rusty. And
In
it's
the world.
and it's purple. I like purple cars. And I think oddly other people like purple cars.
And super spread exhaust. That's going to sound good. I guess we might as well, huh?
Yeah.
That is a surprisingly plain instrument cluster, which I like.
I mean, it's a BMW.
Red at 7.
Please enter the highway like you would normally enter the highway driving in 95.
Yep.
What is this? Why do people even do these videos?
If you're going to keep it between 2 and 2,500,
Yeah. Oh, must shift before 3,000. Don't want to think anybody thinks I've been driving it to the red line ever.
the red line is not instant death. The red line is where you should stop pushing harder.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to shift before 1,500.
I mean, it's an automatic, so
It's not. It's a manual.
is it a manual?
Yes.
Yeah. They'd make that an automatic.
Oh. Yeah, okay, he's got no excuse then.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, it starts to sound good at about 4.
I was thinking 5, but yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Still too much for that for me.
Really?
Yeah, still no.
Oh, definitely.
For how much? 54? How much horsepower was that?
340.
295?
Yes, I know. It's like 20 times the horsepower for twice the dollars. That's my CV.
No. I'm just thinking, what other station wagon could you buy for less than that with about that much power?
I don't know.
But E55?
Can I throw a manual in there?
No. So a manual wagon.
A manual wagon with that much power.
Okay, fine. If we're going to say
Um,
money's no object, then I like it. It's a yes.
I mean, if I'm looking for a fun station wagon,
Maybe a CTSV wagon,
right?
but I don't know if you can get a 6-speed for that
Yeah,
cheap.
that's
Plus,
what.
boo.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean, boo?
I mean, boo.
Those are cool.
They're ugly.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it.
It's a fun color. It's a fun car. Hauls the kids around.
Got plenty of power.
I'm going to
Yeah.
revise me to a yes, Bear.
Sounds good. I'm yes.
I mean,
Nice.
yes.
All right, next.
Oh,
1998 BMW M Roadster in, I don't know what green that is. It's not a good green, but
Evergreen.
that's
picked
my
it.
favorite color. For
I
these
picked it
cars.
because, Bear, you need to look at the interior. I don't like the wheels.
Those are M wheels.
I don't like the color of the wheels.
You don't like the
You don't
wheels
like
or the color?
The color?
Maybe those in a different I might like those
You
wheels
like
in that color in a
bronze
different
wheels.
car. I know. But the interior matches the exterior, and I
Yeah.
think that's pretty cool.
You know, there's a non-M one of those in Delaware, in that color.
No, I don't, but that's $11,000. Bid to $11,000. I'd pay $11,000 for that.
Well, I'd pay 11,000 for it. I pretty much would just rock that.
And I like that. I like that hideous interior a
Oh,
lot.
that's great.
It also looks pretty comfortable.
We have a coupe in the shop right now, black on black.
Seems awfully cheap.
I didn't sell.
I know.
That should
I'm saying that seems awfully cheap.
bid
I would,
to like.
I would think that would have been bid higher.
I
Yeah.
think maybe that's a color people don't find appealing.
Could be.
Maybe I like it. That's my favorite color on those.
I mean, I would rather have a different color.
The what is it? The Mexico green. I think
Mexico green.
I think it's Mexico green. It's a darker green than the matching interior.
Metallic green?
I'm pretty sure it's Mexico green.
Was it metallic?
It's not Maybe not.
It's kind of a scratch and dent, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Still a fun car for 11 grand.
yeah,
And okay, in that picture, I like those wheels. So maybe it was just a bad picture.
yeah. I
Uh,
wish my wheels were that color. That's kind of what I was going for.
Did all the tires match?
A Yoko,
I don't care about
Yoko.
tires.
Yoko.
I think
Avid and Vigor.
Those are all the same. They're all Yokos.
for that money, I would accept a certain amount of scratch and dent and maybe try and fix it up a little. Maybe not. Maybe just drive the shit out of it.
That one's an Avid Ascent.
No, on the other side, it's a Yoko. It's
Huh?
a Yokohama Avid Ascent or whatever. Avid, whatever.
Whatever that says.
Yeah.
That's a different name. Anyway,
Tell me yes.
yeah,
I like it.
Next.
That's an easy 11 grand.
Yeah.
This is also me.
Oh,
1999
here we go.
BMW Z3 2.8 5-speed. And I don't normally like the 2.8s, but that is an awesome blue.
Good color, good
And
wheels.
I like the wheels. The interior could be a slightly darker tan, but with that blue, a lighter tan is okay. And I think that was what, 14 grand or something?
Sold for 13,750.
And I would pay that for it, even though it doesn't have the engine I would prefer. I think it's good looking.
What if the green one sold for that?
For another 2,000 over what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if I'm picking
Yeah.
the green one,
Good.
but the green one in that blue would be better.
Which is kind of why I'm surprised. I guess that blue may have done, plus that's only got 56,000 miles. So it's got half the mileage on it. But still, the other one's an M.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
not even a
I
3
think
liter.
a lot of a car is what it looks like. A lot of
Sure.
its value is going to be,
Is it?
yeah. So
So that they made the 1.8.
well, that's a 2.8.
Would you buy a 1.8 if
No,
it was that color?
No,
1.9?
no,
Why not?
that's not enough engine.
No.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good blue.
I'd buy it.
13,750.
Yeah, I'm
I'd
out.
rather have an M.
Yeah.
I think I'd pay that for it.
You could buy a really shitty Z4M for that money
Well, maybe, but I think
with an S54.
that not on a lot with a bunch of things that are competing with it. I would maybe just go find whatever. I'll take it.
Didn't I send you a
You did.
Z4 today?
You did.
That was like 14 grand
You did.
in a beige.
I would call that a
Bronze?
bronzy gray.
Yeah. It's got like another 150 horsepower over that thing.
Good looking car.
Hold your boots. Because this 1993 Audi 90 CS Quattro 5-speed with a Audi Design Center's RS Study theme. I think it's a prototype car.
In a Sesame Street color. It's not a bad color.
I
but
love
it's-
all of this. And this sold for, I think, way too much money. But it sold for $12,029.
Wow, has 193,000 miles.
Yeah,
If
and
it
it's
is-
got a replacement engine in it.
If it is truly a prototype, then it is one of one, right?
I think it's one
One
of
one produced RS
Yeah.
design study.
It's not a prototype per se. It's
It's a
Audi,
design
Audi of
prototype.
America's design
Yeah.
center did it.
yeah. So it's the only one in this color. It's got RS2 headlights, I think. Only one with the blue. It's got a really crazy interior. Not sure the wheels are
There
the
is
wheels
no
are
wheels.
not, but the wheels look great.
I'm not a Volkswagen Audi guy, but I think that doesn't seem like it's overpriced.
You're thinking it's too high there?
No, it's not what I was going for there. It's probably spot on the price, maybe worth a little more because it's so special and rare. But for one of those, it's high price.
It goes at 193,000.
For the mileage, it doesn't like it's got a replacement engine. But
I don't know if that matters.
no,
Probably doesn't.
It's a great interior.
where else can you find this? I mean, that blue interior is awesome.
I mean, I'd probably go out of my mind driving that car around, but it is pretty awesome
Why would you go out of your mind?
because it's so blue.
I mean, you walk
I
out,
might start thinking I'm a blue whale or something.
you wouldn't even have to have a cup of coffee with that thing
You
sitting,
would have a hard time finding your car in a Walmart parking lot.
woken up, and low,
Like those wheels better. Do.
cool. But the ones that are on it are cooler.
Yeah. AZ wheels are cool.
But it's that. Did it say what color that was?
The blue pearl.
Yeah, I think that's what I think that was the beginning of Nagaro blue. But it also looks a little dark.
Those wheels look a little bit like a Ferrari ripoff.
They're not.
No,
They just look a little bit like a Ferrari ripoff.
and it's in great shape.
Yeah.
Does it say Porsche at the bottom? Why?
It bores at a certain point in time.
Porsche, they helped engineer the RS2 on that generation Audi,
The engine?
the car.
The car.
So an RS, and it's a 93, I don't know what year they made cars too. But Porsche helped do the RS2.
Well, I think I'm maybe a yes, despite it being a Volkswagen Audi Group product.
Oh, it's got a phone in it also.
What do you mean phone?
A car phone.
It's got the built-in Audi car phone.
Phone. They said foam.
I wonder if people will look back at the head units that are in cars today and make fun of them the way we make fun of cell phones in cars from 30 years ago.
I don't like that head unit, I can tell you that.
No, it looks like
Alpine.
you could put a different one in.
I take my statement that it sold for too much back. This is a really cool car.
I like
Needs
that.
a lot of stuff.
I like that shifter.
Does it?
Yeah, a lot of body stuff.
Well, that might not matter so much to Bear.
Like what? Fixing the bumper?
Yeah, bumpers.
Yeah.
And the 12 valve V6 is kind of,
Whatever.
eh.
I'm not buying it for that.
Is that all like a big plastic case on top of the engine?
Yeah.
Because it looks like something out of the mid 80s, like sci-fi.
Yeah, they went full Lexus on that. They just
Looks pretty clean for 193,000 miles.
Yeah, I was surprised that it had that many on there.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm
Yep.
definitely a yes on that one.
Next.
And now for something completely different.
Oh,
That's me. 1986 AM General M944A1 6x6.
for 22 grand.
I like old military
So I
box
was
trucks.
going to veto this as being stupid.
It was an alternate.
Yeah. And I wasn't going to. And then I scrolled through and looked at it.
I think it's a mobile office
Mm-mm.
or something.
Even better.
Mobile operating theater.
What?
Mobile operating theater?
Nope. Even better.
Shop.
Mobile chop shop.
Check that out.
I can't tell what that is.
That's a lathe.
Oh, it's a machine shop.
Yep.
Nice. So it comes with a machine shop.
Yes. It is a machine shop.
Well, it's a truck and a machine shop.
Yep.
Is it all run off of the truck,
I would imagine.
like PTO?
Probably just electricity off of a generator that's in it.
Looks like that's the
Air,
generator.
air compressor?
Oh,
I think that is an air compressor.
and generator? Or is that just
Looks
a
like
big
an
electric motor?
air compressor.
I'm guessing that just has a big, huge ass alternator on it.
Don't know what that is.
Drum.
Guessing that's our electrical center.
Look at all the outlets.
That's a generator, I think.
No, that's a lathe motor. All Army
I would love to buy that
hospital green.
and then have take it to races, like Champ Car races, and pay Paul to just sit in it.
And
What do you-
rent timeout to people that need stuff
Just,
fixed.
what do you need fixed?
I mean, that, sure.
I think that would be funny.
Guys that do that with welders
Yeah. Engine hoist.
and lifts, car
Yeah.
lifts.
That is cool.
Yeah. Initially, I was like, well, that's dumb. It's just a 6x6. But
It's hard to evaluate what any of that machinery is worth.
probably looking at the quality of, or the
The
condition.
rustiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder where you'd have to keep that like operational.
Inside.
I don't know how much surface rust matters on shit like that.
That matters.
Well, the slidey things and the screws and whatever.
Well, our lathe was not in the greatest of condition, and
It's way better than that.
You just spray that with Evaporust a couple times, it might be brand new.
just cut it in Croyle. I mean, yes.
But you can fix that stuff.
I mean, the whole machine shop on 6-wheel drive
That'll
for
go
$22,000
damn near anywhere.
seems like a pretty good deal. Still haven't seen the. So the generator's got to be under it,
I have no idea.
or maybe the
Or maybe the engine is the
engine
generator.
is it.
Maybe there's a generator gear in the gearbox where you just like transfer case it so it doesn't go into the wheels, it's going to the generator.
I thought some of those had PTOs.
It would kind of make sense to do that since you can't really drive it and do machine shop stuff at the same time.
Although driving it to a track would probably really suck.
Not want to leave early.
Yeah,
Definitely want to leave early. That's cool. I like
it's
it.
cool.
I mean, yes, but I would be anyway.
You know what? I like it. 250 horsepower at 9 million tons.
Well, yeah, but that 250 horsepower is going to come with a pretty large amount of torque, is my guess.
No turbo. I bet you could put a turbo on that thing.
Also, pretty much any flammable liquid will run that.
Yeah.
You could have a still operated post-apocalyptic machine shop.
Yeah, so it does have a generator in it. Air compressor, heater, South Bend lathe.
Huh.
Next.
Yep, I mean, yes.
Yeah. Next. Well, this 1992 Porsche 928 GTS with a 5-speed Euro edition.
It's a Euro edition.
It's a Euro spec.
Okay.
Because it's got kilometers.
Yeah.
It
It
was
caught my eye.
delivered new to Austria.
Where they have kilometers.
Supposedly.
Well, it's in Europe.
I think these are the best 928s you could ever buy. I think they're the coolest looking.
I'm a huge 928 fan.
Now, this one could have the Pasha
It's pretty good looking.
interior, but this one's nicely kept.
Didn't this have
I don't think
telephone?
they had Porsche interiors by then.
No, not that late.
Didn't those come with telephone dial wheels?
No,
No,
not these.
no, this is a GTS, so it's got those wheels. It's got the painted spoiler. It's got the tail light connector piece, and the best part are the wheel flares.
Yeah.
I think those wheels look pretty good on that.
Yeah. So it's bulged out in the front and then in the rear also.
How much?
Well,
I think a lot.
that's the downside. I
Now,
really like that car.
yeah,
I'd love to have a 928.
a couple years ago, these things were up over 2.
Were they?
Yeah.
Were they?
Uh-huh.
Strange place to choose to take pictures of it.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe it's kept in a container at a container place, but it won't fit, I don't think, in a container.
Maybe it's stuck in customs somewhere. God, it looks really nice.
Well, it's only got 37,000 miles on it. $125,000.
Sold.
I'm a no at that price.
I think I'm a no at that price.
I mean,
At
I don't
that
know where I
price,
like those
I'm a
anyway,
yes,
but
because I
that was
think
pretty cool.
that's a pretty good price for that.
Really?
I think so.
I think I don't want a 928 that bad.
I don't, but I kind of do.
So no, yes.
I believe
Yes.
that is correct. Next.
Okay.
Project
right.
Nasty.
Project Nasty, 1985 Porsche 911.
Who is Joey Seeley?
Joey Seeley owns,
E-Motion Engineering.
yep, Emotion Engineering. This thing has gone through now. It didn't sell for this astronomical price,
What is that?
$265,000.
That's good looking.
But the engineering in this thing is amazing. There's multiple different videos of it on YouTube. It's one of the lighterest,
Lighterist?
powerfulest
Lighterist, powerful.
Powerful-ish-ist.
NA 911 around.
It's the lighterest, powerfulest 911 around.
NA one. There's been a lot of development gone into this thing.
Okay. Like what?
Pretty much everything.
Tell me. Give me something.
It's got, hood pins.
Okay.
The bumper is specially designed with an oil cooler in it.
Okay.
Not quite the same red.
The BBS wheels. A lot of engine stuff. He's done a lot of lightweight stuff. There's been a lot of behind the scenes kind of lightweight stuff going on.
Such as?
Well, it doesn't have a badge, it's got a sticker.
Yeah.
I don't think the hood seats correctly.
It's got hood pins.
I don't think it seats correctly. You should still seat it correctly with hood pins.
It's got hood pins.
Don't get me wrong. I think that's great looking.
I think it's phenomenal. I don't even like red ones.
Carbon fiber wheel tail is pretty cool.
Yeah. I think the whole deck lid, there is a lot of carbon on it. I'm not sure exactly what he's done, but I've watched a couple videos about the car in the past.
Oh, it's an avant-garde car. So there should be a good video.
Yeah, I think there's multiple videos on it. Very proud of this.
That is a good looking tail. I'm still going to be a no.
I mean, all the smoothing. I don't know. It's a narrow body car. Just apparently it's just a plain old bundle of fun to drive.
Okay. Says who?
Says the guy that built it.
Oh, well,
It's got really nice seatbelts.
there's that shifter I hate.
There's that shifter you hate.
Yeah,
Why do you hate it?
it's weird.
It can't be any
Fourth.
worse than the shifter that was in the 356.
It's not that bad.
I would like more details on your hatred.
Fourth to fifth and fifth to fourth is, you can see, you can sort of see in this picture. It's got this right here is a little spring-loaded pin
Okay.
that helps lock out reverse, I guess, or does something, I don't know. It kind of gets in the way of the 4-5 shift, at least the one that I drove it did, and the 5-4 downshift. First through fourth is pretty good. Just fourth to fifth required some attention or some focus, I guess.
I like the gauges. I like the steering wheel.
I like the key.
Is that a road flare?
I think that's one of those fire extinguisher things.
Oh, okay.
A one-shot fire
Yeah,
extinguisher.
see the little spring-loaded thingy?
Hmm.
Maybe the one I drove that wasn't. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's adjustable, but maybe it was not working right.
There's like maybe a screw on the outside, on the right side of it.
No, that's the pin. It slides all the way through.
Yeah, but it might have like a tensioning thing or something.
I like the shift knob.
It is a nice shift knob, and it's a nice.
Oh, I didn't
looking
realize how
shifter.
that was stacked, that badge. It says project and then nasties on top.
Good pedals.
Yeah. Man, there's a bunch of pictures.
Tons of pictures. Okay. Some KW.
A light, one of those lightweight batteries.
Yeah. Good fuel cell.
Yeah. Everything's plumbed nice and tidy.
Tons of pictures.
So what's the point of the hood pins?
To hold the hood down.
Why
Yeah.
not just have a latch?
Latches are heavy.
Plus, it's made out of carbon fiber.
And a latch won't work with carbon fiber?
It'll work.
It'll work a little bit. It's just a really nice car. Now, is it worth what
It didn't sell for?
it didn't sell for?
Got some
I don't know.
Kevlar inner fender liners.
I'm going to say no, it's not worth what it didn't sell for.
It's worth even more.
I would say it might have cost even more, but that doesn't, it's nice.
Well,
I would say it's definitely worth what it didn't sell for to somebody.
yeah.
Well, because they bid that on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Or it didn't sell it, so it's
du-
worth that to keep.
to duplicate that's going to cost you a fortune. So
Yeah.
if that ticks all your boxes, that's probably worth every penny.
And I think this car's been under development for 10, 20 years or something. He's been tinkering around with this thing.
So is my car.
Yeah. Your car doesn't have a carbon fiber hood on it yet.
No.
Technically, so is my truck.
Yes.
Did you see he cut the bottom of the bumper out?
Yeah.
Relieve air pressure in it back there?
That's got to be worth 80, 90 grand right there.
Yep.
I've become bored with this.
Okay.
Personally.
Can we at least watch a video?
We can watch a video because there should be.
There's a drive-by.
Test drive.
Test drive?
Test drive.
I'm assuming he's in third right now.
Yeah, there.
Fourth? Second? it's a zippy side thing, but
Yeah, I don't know.
it didn't seem to struggle.
Especially if you get used to it. It looked a little funky to me, though. Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Looks great. I'm a no.
Cool.
It does look great.
Yeah. Man, it's expensive. I know all the work that went into it, but it's still expensive.
Okay. Next.
Next.
This is
Whoa.
me. 1980 BMW M1, unless this was a duplicate.
There's
Technically,
no way Mason would have picked this.
There you go. All right, fine. Well, I read it for you.
Sure.
Good wheels.
Factory wheels.
They look good. It's good
Where
Where
looking
was
car.
this?
This is on Bring a Trailer.
Sold for $580,000.
Yeah.
And it's alumni.
I feel like I'd rather have Joey Seeley's 911 more.
Boy, that'd be the wrong choice.
Well, this one might be worth more,
I think this will
You know,
consistently
years-
be worth more
right, in the years to come.
because it has a broader appeal.
Yeah.
I mean, I like these. And this one's black.
And pretty nice looking.
So this sold yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
How did I miss this?
I don't know. Rob even sent me a text that was like, hey, check this out.
So Rob didn't buy that speedster thing?
I'm guessing no. I'm thinking he's probably wasn't buying this either.
Right. Pretty big step in paychecking after, or the checking after, right?
His comment was best classic car from that era.
You
When
driven one?
I've only ever seen one in person.
what
Yeah,
what is
me
that
too.
era? Is that the era ending in 1980?
The 80s, 70s, 80s, early 80s.
I don't know if I would grant that.
What would you say, since you disagree?
I am very fond of mid 80s to late 80s Porsche turbos, 911 turbos.
Okay.
And I think there are some that are just super good looking. So I don't know if that's in a different era, then I'm not necessarily going to argue it. But if
I would
it's-
say that's in an era where they made a Porsche turbo, 930, came out in 75 or 76. So around the same time as the M1. I think this had more power than a 911 turbo until early 90s, till 964 maybe.
this was
What?
a homologation car,
I
right?
thought the turbos had 300.
300.
Maybe not here.
I don't believe they did anywhere. Turbo. See what Wikipedia says. Flat nose.
234, 261, 282.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 78 was 261, 86, 282.
Guess I was wrong.
But that's also in what year? 78, 86, either one of those. That's also a lot of power. And you figure what's an 86 Corvette make? 245?
An 86?
Yep.
Probably somewhere in there.
And I'm
What's a 78 Corvette make? 180.
Somewhere in there.
So obviously those aren't comparable, but
so the M1 is a homologation car, is it not?
yeah.
And they didn't make it for very long, and they didn't make very many.
They built
very
400
many
of them.
Was it a homologation car? I thought that was just like a special project.
They had an M1 race car.
Well,
But that was a series of them.
they built them to do I forget which race series they were going to run them in, but the rules had changed by the time it got from
The drawing board.
homologation to
Yeah.
production. The rules had changed enough that I think it didn't make sense to have naturally aspirated straight six.
Right.
So I think that was the BMW Turbo concept car. Yes, where that came from. I think those were what engine that was supposed to use. Oh, four-cylinder from the 2002. So that's where the styling came from. Obviously, they didn't go with the gull-wing doors either. But that's 1972.
It looks like 1972.
Well, this picture's not.
That looks pretty advanced for 1972.
I think so.
So that's a lot of money for a car, that M1. I would have to have a ridiculous amount of money to even consider it. But if I did, it would be one of those where I kind of feel like that would be okay.
Would it be wrong to put
So it was-
pro drive stuff on that thing?
It was originally for Group 5.
So in real life Soren, that's a no. But in Rich Soren, that's a yes.
Which Soren is a yes?
Rich Soren.
Rich Soren is a yes. You'd have to be Rich Soren to buy it.
So I'm saying, if I had an amount of money where I was like, $500,000 isn't that big of a deal to me. There are many cars that I like that I would not spend $500,000 on. It doesn't matter how much money I have. But that's not one of them. I would go, all right, that's worth it because it's cool and I like it. And
The interior looks like a 914.
I think they look amazing.
I might have to go to Lloyd's and get the sort of insurance where when you hit me with your minivan with that, someone comes and murders you in your sleep. Just saying.
Is that dry sump?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for the money, you can buy a lot of things. Now, in my dream $1 million collection, would I have one? Probably. Would it stay for very long? I don't know. Was that a miniature spare of that wheel that looks the same as the other ones?
Yep.
Hell yeah. That's
got the
awesome.
same cuts in it, but it's got the terrible green.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to do it.
That's awesome. Huh.
I wonder if those are all original tools or if someone's like, I can't sell this car with not all the tools. I'm going to go get tools.
There's probably a craftsman in there somewhere.
I think you might be able to buy new tools. I think I've looked up the tools for my car that are missing. And I think you can, well, last time I looked, you could still buy some of them from BMW. Yeah, I don't
How
know.
much for those
that like-
spare
Is
wheels
that
there?
like paper over the wheel that's got a hole in it?
No, it's vinyl.
Oh.
It's probably so you can check the tire pressure.
Oh. That's not somebody carelessly chucked their
Nope.
chopping in there. That's
No.
by design.
Yep.
It is a clean cut hole, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not sure if that's vinyl. That might be like that fiber stuff.
That sure looks like vinyl.
It looks like vinyl. It's like the stuff that Jeep spare tire covers are.
Definitely looks like vinyl, and it zips on.
I'd have it in Magic. I have lots of money land.
I would too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't sell it though. That
I
would be one
might
of
trade
those.
it for something different after a while.
That would be one of those things that in my will it says this goes here.
Yeah. See, I think I would just keep that.
I don't know that I'd keep that in long enough for a will.
I think that's one of those cars you just hang on to.
Think?
I think so.
Don't,
Look at the adjustability on the suspension there.
I don't think that's ever gonna. It's not like they're gonna find more of them.
No,
So you can just change ride heights willy-nilly like that?
I think so.
Wow.
Well, that's not really changing ride height.
Well, it'd change a lot. But if you did the upper ones and the
Oh.
lower ones and then cranked your coil up,
Maybe. I don't know if these are adjustable.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could definitely change the position.
you can definitely either make that thing handle really well or really bad.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like it.
And because you're also in your dream car, Rich Soren garage, it has a $199,000 bill from Canada.
From what?
Oh, Canapa?
Yeah.
It has a $199,000 bill.
Yes. So subsequent work totaling $199,000 was done on the car.
They do nice stuff.
They do.
So it's been heavily
They probably did the restoration on it.
restored.
Probably restored, yeah. So it was sold in 2022 on Bring a Trailer for 605.
Is that before or after restoration?
I'm gonna guess that is before.
So somebody bought that for $600,000, put $200,000 more dollars in it, and then sold it for 500.
That's what I'm gonna guess. Yeah, 580.
Well, they lost a fair amount.
Yeah, maybe a couple.
I think that's sold pre-restoration.
I think we should look at the pictures and see if it looks pre-restored. It looks exactly the same in terms of at least shininess.
Say, look for an
I
undercarriage
think
shot.
I think it went to Canada after that.
After this sale?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of dirty. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't in terrible shape.
no. I didn't see if there was a picture.
It's definitely cleaner now.
The bill?
Picture of the, yeah, picture. Oh, there is.
Oh, let's look at the date on it if we can find one.
2022.
Closed in 2023.
Yeah. So that's
Oh,
after sale.
So it looks like they painted it and everything.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it really needed painted.
I'm sure there were rock chips all over it.
So a lot of paint. Oh, they did a clutch.
Yeah, probably pulled the engine and
Yep.
serviced and
Yep.
sealed and
Yep.
Well, the last owner got screwed.
did it sell this time?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
580.
Yeah.
That's another
So
reason.
he gave away a free restoration.
That's another reason I'd probably keep it. Yeah, the new owner got a smoking deal.
To the extent that anything that's $600,000 could be a smoking deal.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's got some 4130 chromoly tubing. Looks like they built some stuff. Some of the suspension stuff I don't think is factory.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
There better be a lot of stuff.
923 hours.
Can you imagine being a service writer writing at the bottom of that?
$140 an hour. How are they only charging $199,600?
$965.15.
And the paint department is only at $85 an hour. What's going on here?
That's restoration detail department. That's not paint.
So that's
Mechanical paint and body.
Yeah.
Motorsports.
that's the
140.
buffer guys.
Yeah. They have 260 hours in detail work. Wow.
I mean, it looks good.
Sure does.
Have you ever seen Canapa's M1?
Mm-mm.
Speaking of M1s, I guess if you're gonna,
Was this not his?
huh? No.
Was this not his? I've seen some of his 959s. See, that's what I would do with it.
It's already been
I
done.
think this was a bring a trailer car.
I would put the Pro Drive or what was that, PTG or who's the Flares? What? Who did the race cars? The Pro Drive?
BMW Motorsport.
Oh,
You're thinking of Pro Car.
Pro Car.
I
Yeah.
don't know that I like that better.
So the BMW Pro Car series was they used M1s. and they called it Pro Car.
Yeah.
And it was Formula One drivers driving equal, air quotes, equal M1s.
Are you suggesting that they were not, in fact, equal?
I don't know. I would imagine they weren't equal. Yeah, I think that thing is amazing.
Yep.
I like the
Pretty
black one
cool.
better.
I'd have to put flares on it.
I do like the
And it looks like
the wheels.
he put extra bolstering in the seats. I saw. What do you think this one's worth?
Man, I don't know.
$2
I
mil?
think they sold it, but I don't remember what the number was. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm going to suggest next.
you're suggesting next?
Yeah,
You want to walk away from this?
I do.
Yeah. We've seen enough.
Okay. So next is last.
That's good.
This
Because I
one's,
got to pee.
this one's mine.
Oh my God. Is it a GT40?
Sure isn't, Bear. Although I did partially pick this because of you and your, is that a GT40 or a Lola T70?
It says what it is.
I know, but so we're at, I don't remember what,
Road Atlanta.
was it Road Atlanta at the vintage race.
From
and
over the pit wall.
he kept seeing
kinda look the same.
GT40s go by. And I'm like, where? I only saw one GT40. He's like, there's like 3 of them out there. It's like, see, there's one right there. No, that's a Lola T70. Still got, letters and numbers in it.
Yeah.
So that is a recreation.
By
Yep.
Mac McClendon.
How creative.
Oh, started as a T160 Spider. Well, that's pretty cool. So that is still a real Lola. It's just not a real T70.
Just rebodied.
I don't really see the
Yeah.
appeal,
Well, it's a race car.
It's a race car.
but it's not really a race car.
It is really a race car.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
It's a recreation.
It's got a cool seat.
No, it's really a race car. What
It's
do you
a,
mean?
It's a recreation.
It's a Lola.
No, it's a race car. What do you mean?
If you race it, it's a race car.
It is a race. It's
If I
being
buy
raced.
a shitty half-broken Pinto and race it, it's a race car.
Yeah.
This is not going to get your groceries.
But it's not a
It would be a
vintage
Pinto race car.
actual race car.
But this is
This
an
is
actual.
a vintage race car.
It's
Yeah.
a vintage car.
It's a vintage race car. Someone put a new body
It's
on.
a vintage race car that now has a Lola T70 body on it.
So it was a different kind of race car before.
It was also a Lola. It was a T160 Spider.
I feel philosophically conflicted about that, but I also feel very uninterested in it.
God.
It's because you don't like fun.
I do like fun. I
No.
just don't particularly
So
have
they just
any...
put the
That's what it
roof on it
was.
and headlights in it.
I did some other stuff, I think. It looks a little bit more different than a roof and headlights.
Yeah. And I almost would have kept that, but
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm a no.
What was the price on it? 102?
It was bid to 102.
Oh. To say that seems like a bargain.
That's a race car
Yeah.
on a racetrack racing other cars.
It's a philosophical abomination.
Which, by the way, those are pretty cool too.
Yeah, it looks kind of rolly.
That one next to it looks like a race tank.
I think that's an Ocello. I think it's the Warsteiner. I think livery on it.
Looks like a Tron car.
Looks like a Tron tank.
How about Road Atlanta?
Not been there.
We can skip the pace car.
Race car's pulling off. Yeah, what's that guy doing?
Does sound good.
How could you not enjoy this, Soren?
It sounds good. I don't want it. I don't have any use for it. I don't find it visually appealing. I don't find it historically interesting. You drive on the wrong side.
Yeah, but you still shift with your right hand.
Get to the back straight away.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe he's not shifting, so he's still got some engine in the gear he's at for coming out of the turn.
They have transmissions in them, sorry. Come on, you little... Whoa, that was close. Is that top gear? At least the brakes still work.
Anyway, that looks like a lot of fun,
For 100 grand, that seems like
especially
a
for 100,000.
bargain.
That's the last one for the
Well,
evening.
Well, at least it's not a van.
it's
Yeah.
not my favorite.
It's not a Citroen 2CV.
I'm a
Yeah.
no.
I'm a yes.
I'm a yes,
There you go.
and you're wrong.
I don't think that's possible, but I accept it.
You accept that you're wrong.
I accept that you think it, and your reality is your own.
Yes.